This is Hosea 4 and 6. It says, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no more priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High, I will also forget thy children." I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in Lord, love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shati from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And recently you had a red dress event. I believe it's in New Orleans. And well, let's just play the video. Grown ass males. Grown ass males. This is a damn shame. All right, that's enough of that filth. Once again, this is Hosea 4 and 6. It says, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge." Did you see those grown ass biological males? Because I'm not going to call those men, because they don't conduct themselves as men. Because the scripture clearly says, "Thou shalt not wear that which pertaineth to a woman." And these grown ass biological males are out here. You saw the one that end up there walking and sashaying like he in a fashion show. All right, this is the so-called modern day biological grown ass male, a mentally destroyed, emotionally weak, effeminized male. All those biological males are completely destroyed. They have adopted a way that the Lord takes no pleasure in. As spoken of in the book of Romans, what's that, the first chapter? We're going to start Romans 1 and 24. It says, "Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness." It says, "through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves." Let's get to verse 26. It says, "For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature." Verse 28, it says that even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, right? Because you have to remember, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and understanding, the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And these people are destroyed is because they have no knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. As it said once again, "And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge," it says the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. And what are those things? Being effeminate, wearing things that pertaineth to a woman, living a lifestyle that's completely contrary to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. See, when you see stuff like this, it it truly makes you understand why our forefathers, our brothers, the prophets, not only the ones that we read about in the Bible, but also the other ones who followed Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This is the whole reason why the prophets were so heartbroken and angry and disappointed when the Lord showed them visions of the latter days. This is what they saw. This is why when our forefathers, our brothers, the prophets had visions, they would be sick for days. Their countenance would be so low because the Lord showed them what would happen to our people in the latter days. For a prophet to see his people in a state, even though they were going through some things, still they had some type of regal mindset about this. They still had their identity as a whole. Even if they were being wicked, they still knew that they were Israelites. And for our brethren to see our people in that state and then see them how they're going to be in the future, oh my goodness. I truly understand now why our forefathers, when the Lord showed them the future, why they were just in a complete funk. If you would have told me 35 years ago, I would be 10 at that time, that this would be the condition of these biological male Israelites, I would say no. I said there'd be no way that in 35 years, this would be the condition of our men. They have slid to a place that's beyond repair. As when you read in Jeremiah 8, 8 and 5, and it says, why then is this people of Jerusalem sliding back by a perpetual backsliding? Because it's not that our people are completely ignorant of what the Lord wants them to do. No, our people know exactly what the Lord requires of them. But as we just read, they don't like to retain the knowledge of the Most High. They think that they know better. The ways of the heathen are better. It says, why then is this people of Jerusalem slidden back by a perpetual backslide? It says they hold fast deceit. They refuse to return. Man, do you think, as I said before, that these guys haven't heard the truth? You don't think that somebody has told them, you don't even think a worldly person has told them that shit ain't cool? How much more a man of the Lord, Like I said, all of our people know the truth. But as the scripture said, when they heard the truth, it wasn't mixed with faith. The truth they feel profits them not. So they indulge in a lifestyle that the Lord, as it says, takes no pleasure in. And see, it even goes further to say in verse 12, were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, meaning no, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Blushing is a sign of shame, being shamefaced because you did something that normally people would not find acceptable. It says, therefore shall they fall among them that fall in the time of their visitation. They shall be cast down, saith Yahweh. Because you have to remember the wages of sin is death. Okay? And you know all these biological males up here are living a lifestyle that is for sure going to bring upon them a judgment by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So that's all I want to say on this. I hope you're all ratified. To the next time, we're going to say Shalom.